In this nitty-gritty prime time Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at Mahjong Time. If you have not tried playing at Mahjong Time yet, look for my email in the video description below. Send me an email and I can send you information about their 30-day VIP trial. I am an affiliate partner there, so if you decide to get a paid subscription after your trial, I will get a small commission and it goes to support Mahj Life. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Channel members, thank you for supporting the channel. And moderators, thank you very much for stepping up to moderate the chat. Today's format is nitty-gritty, which means no socialization. Friday nights is when we hang out and socialize. We do gameplay with commentary, but we also chat just about life, stream of consciousness conversation. So if you like that kind of format, join us on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Today's topic is big hands. And the reason this has come up is because I got an email from somebody asking for videos specifically on playing big hands, like pairs, singles and pairs hands, and quints. And I really don't have videos specifically for that. There are videos on how to play competitively. So that's why we're adding this as a recurring topic, basically how to play big hands. And I have established some guidelines after a period of testing, and that's what I'll be sharing with you today. I hope you enjoy this topic. And if you have any ideas of your own, please let me know. Welcome. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Oh, thank you, Grisel. All right, let's see. Oh, that's okay, Karen. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. I'm going to present my screen. I think I've already got it there. Let's see here. Right here. There we go. Big hands. And the reason why I have this superhero image is because when you go big, it feels like a superpower. So that's what we're going to exercise today, playing big hands. I would think the strategy for playing a big hand would be similar to what we have already heard. Not necessarily. Nope. There's some guidelines that I recommend, Evelyn. So here we go. The first thing that I want to share is that being that it is a game, everybody's in it to win it. We play because we want to socialize, we want to exercise our brain, but we want to win. Let's be honest. Everybody's in it to win it. Okay, so when you're playing, there's only one winner, the person who declares Mahjong. Now, we could have a draw where, in essence, everybody wins because no reward is given in that case. So if you consider the game like a race where there are runners or competitors, and you're going to have some competitors trailing behind. We're going to call those the underdog. And if you think about the game after the Charleston, so you've gone through the Charleston and you see your hand transformation or lack thereof, and then you identify how many discards you have. Let's say if you have 4 discards, less than or more than 4 discards in this case, then you're probably going to be an underdog for that particular hand, because you're going to have to make up some ground. With 4 discards, you're going to have to, or more than 4 discards, you're going to have to draw really well in order to catch up to people who have fewer than 4 discards. So the idea when you're in the underdog position is that you want to take a low risk approach until you have a hand with no gaps and few weaknesses. You've got to build strength. in order to bump up from an underdog to maybe a contender, which is the next position. If you have 4 discards, consider that you are likely a contender for that particular game. And you can take a moderate risk approach to expedite hand development. You can take more risks than the player who is in the underdog position. And then if you have less than 4 discards, you're likely a front runner. You can expedite hand development regardless of risk because you're probably out in front. Since there are 4 players at the table and 3 positions, there are going to be people in varying positions, and it can change during the game. So as the game progresses, beginning from during the Charleston, which is where you're going to work on hand development, you want to transform your dealt hand into something that is usable and strong. Hopefully having at least 4 discards or less is where I try to be. 4 discards or less, contender, front runner. Then once East discards, you want to continually reassess your position. So what that means is that you're going to watch the wall because it's going to diminish with every pick and discard. It will diminish, and you'll reassess your position and bump up or back. After the Charleston is where you do that initial assessment, which is what we see here. An underdog would be more than 4 discards, contender 4 discards, front runner less than 4. So you make that initial assessment right when East discards or right after the Charleston. Wait, hold on. No, Riley, no. No, come on. You go back here. Come on. Go on. No, go. Right here. Go. No. Go. Go. Be quiet. Okay. All right, sorry about that, Riley. Doggone it. Okay, so you're gonna bump up or back your position depending on the strength of your hand or the continued. Oh, now he knows how to open the back door. Okay, do not bark, dog. All right, here we go. At 80 tiles remaining, so this is going to be the first. When you push out that third wall, that's the mark of 80 tiles or less typically. So that third wall, that's when you want to reassess again. And then at 60 tiles, which is the very middle of the game, reassess. And then again, 4th wall, beginning of the 4th wall. So you're going to reassess at each one of these each one of these milestones, we're going to call it a milestone. Riley needs his own channel. He would steal the show. So you're going to use these milestones and reassess your position and bump back or bump forward, depending on what is happening at the table and what is happening with your hand. So let's look at this with a couple of examples. So here we have a hand after the Charleston, and what we have is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 potential. The first hand, let's say. Sometimes you can identify a hand. Sometimes it takes a while. You don't pick a hand until later. But here we actually have some potential with odds 1-1, which is the 1 suit hand. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We could pung the 3. We need a little help with the 5. We could pung the 7, and we have an extra 9. So we have 5 discards. So what does that mean? That means we're an underdog. So until we get the 1 crack, which is weak right now, and the 5 crack, which is also weak, until we get those built up, we're going to stay an underdog. But once we build on these others, we take care of these weaknesses, we could bump up to a contender. For example, if we draw a 1 crack in the 2nd wall, and then we draw maybe a joker before the 3rd wall, we could maybe jump up from underdog to contender if we get those keepers. So your position can change. So also here we have a news hand, news concealed. News concealed, the Winds and Dragons number 7, and you can see that we have multiples in here, pair east, pung south, pung 7, and to leverage that strength, we're going to play Winds and Dragons concealed. So we would have the east would be an extra tile, so you only need singles there for the concealed hand. And then we would have the 7, 9, and dots in the 9 cracks. So 7 bam, 8 dot would be the consecutive pungs. So we would have 4 discards. With 4 discards after the Charleston, we would be a contender. Now for this one, we would need to still draw well because this is a concealed hand. So we might need to assess things as we go through the game and maybe even butt back to underdog if we don't draw well, because we can't call. When you're playing a concealed hand, you want to adjust your expectations because you have to draw well. If you're not drawing well, you might need to bump back and then take a low risk approach with the game, depending on what happens at the table. All right, and here's another example. We have like numbers number 2. We have a pair of flowers, pairs of ones. This was a great Charleston. We even have dragons we could leverage. We could play the first like number hand or maybe even the dragon hand or first hand, one of the two. So we would have only 2 discards in this case if we play that dragon hand. So we would be a front runner, even though it's a concealed hand, because all we need are just 2 good picks for this. And we have jokers that we can leverage for the ones. Or we could even switch to the callable hand and we would have 4 discards, which would probably make us a contender until we were able to maybe call a couple of blocks within that first or the second wall in play, basically right after the Charleston. If we drew well in the first 5 picks, we might be able to maintain the front runner position if we switch to that very first hand. So just consider that your position can change, just like in a race. When you're playing or when you're in a race, you can trip or maybe just, I don't know, get a pain in your side or what have you. Just like with your hand, you can have a weakness with your hand that can kind of slow your progress. So your position can change in the game. You can bump up or you can bump back, bump down, what have you. All right, here's another example. We have consecutive run 2-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 dot, 3, 4 crack. Here we have 5 discards, but we have joker bait with the 2 crack. So if you have 5 discards, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be an underdog, because I would say this, we would be, excuse me, I would say we're a front runner because we would have 3 discards here with joker bait that could potentially get us a joker, and we're playing a hand with no gaps, all multiples, and we can call for every block and use jokers for every block. So some hands are so powerful that you can actually boost your position just by choosing that type of a hand. So the hands of least resistance, hands of slight resistance, those hands can give you a boost in your position depending on what's happening at the table, of course, and whether or not you've got gaps, weaknesses, and jokers. Those are some variables to consider. So when you get your dealt hand, you want to still get the lay of the land to decide if you want to play big. If you want to go big, stop thinking small is the first thing that I want you to think about when you see the dealt hand. If you want to go big, stop thinking small. So from the onset, if, for example, you have a joker in your hand, maybe consider playing quints, depending on if you have multiples too. You got to have multiples to go with it. And today we're going to force quints and singles and pairs depending on these guidelines. So the first one is going to be jokers. If we have a joker, we're going to think about playing quints. Think big. If you do not have jokers, think about playing a singles and pair hand. Look for that opportunity to play a singles and pairs hand. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to focus on looking for the jokers. If we have jokers, we'll play a quint. If we don't have jokers, we'll play a single and pair hand. But the guidelines don't stop there. If we draw a joker during the game and we're playing a singles and pair hand, we're going to switch to a quint. So if you're playing a big hand, like a single and pair hand, you draw a joker, switch to a quint. It's still a big hand, not as big as a single and pair hand, but it is still big. Incidentally, there is another big hand that you could do that is not a single and pair hand, and it maybe even isn't a quint, and that would be a pure hand. If you can play a pure hand, that can be a big hand too. So for example, let's say you're playing a concealed hand, 30 points, and you have no jokers, that would be a 60-point hand, which would be in between singles and pairs and a quint. So think about that as you're playing the game, because you might need to modify your game plan depending on what happens at the table. Play assertively. Heighten your situational awareness. So make sure that you're watching discards, especially for the tiles that you need, and also keep an eye on exposures for the tiles that you need, because that should all come into play as you're making decisions on whether you're going to continue working on a big hand. Also, develop your hand in stealth mode, and that applies to the quint, because if you're playing a single and pair hand, you're concealed, so you're already in stealth mode. If you're playing a quint, the fewer exposures you have, the better. And if you can expose the pung or kong blocks. So for example, if you're playing the first quint and you have a choice of someone discarding a number tile, you might be able to delay that and maybe use your joker, let's say, for the north. If you have an exposure with a north, you're still kind of in stealth mode. They don't know you're playing a quint yet until you reveal a quint. So the longer you can stay in stealth mode, the better off you are, because anytime someone has a quint exposed, that is a red flag, and some players will fold and they will switch to defense and block your hand. So stay in stealth mode if at all possible. Also, continually reassess your position, and we'll talk through that today when we get to gameplay with commentary. The next thing that I want to share is to temper your expectations. Just because you're playing a big hand, and even if you're a front runner or a contender, that is not a guarantee. So win big, win little. Win little, win big. You've got to be able to temper your expectations. If your tiles are going down, if your tiles are being exposed by the other players, and if you can switch to another hand that is winnable, consider doing that, and always be tempering your expectations based on what's happening at the table. It's better to win many hands that are small. You're going to come home a winner more so than if you play big hands and win only a couple of times. That's where this idea comes from. Win big, win little, win big. Typically, if someone wins lots of little hands, they're going to go home with more pie than if compared to the player who maybe tries to play all singles and pair hands or quints, because they're hard to get and hard to win. Win big, win little, win big. So mitigate risk. Here's how you mitigate risk. Identify a plan B from the get-go. If you're playing a singles and pair hand, Look for the category for whatever single and pair hand you're playing, and keep an eye on the potential hands that you could switch to if your tiles go down. Of course, if you draw a joker, you want to switch to quints and still identify a plan B. In quints, the like number hand, you can switch to like numbers. With wins, if you draw wins and you're not getting jokers or like numbers, you can maybe switch to wins and dragons. Also, the second hand down and the third hand down, those are consecutive. So if you don't have a quint exposed, you could potentially switch to a consecutive run hand. So identify a plan B. At 70 tiles remaining, reassess your position. If you are an underdog, switch to plan B. 70 tiles remaining. If you're still an underdog, switch to plan B. If you're a contender, switch to plan B. If you're a front runner, push to win. So these are the guidelines that have been tested for a few weeks now, and they've stabilized. So we're going to continue to test this and play at Mahjong Time, and we'll see how it goes. That's going to do it for the presentation portion. Are you ready to go? Let's see. I wanted to check one quick thing here. 70 tiles remaining. 80, 70. Okay, so I want to change that to from 80 to 70. Let me make a quick change here. It would be here, 80 to 70. That 70 mark is important, and that's why I wanted to quickly make that change. Okay, so that'll be ready for the next time we go. So the milestones that you want to reassess your position are right after the Charleston. That's the initial assessment. And then it's 70 tiles, then 60 tiles, which is only like 3 picks later, and then 40 tiles, which is the last wall. Those are the milestones that you want to reassess your position. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen. We're going to play at Mahjong Time. Any questions about guidelines, thoughts, comments, concerns, opinions, feedback? Okay, here we go. Here's a table. Oh no, that is a marathon. We do not want to do a marathon right now. We're gonna start a new table. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna wait. We gotta wait until, oh, here we go. We can jump over here. We did not. Okay, good. So we're just waiting for one more player. Hopefully they'll join us here in a minute and we'll get going. So the first guideline is, if you open with a joker, play a quint. If you open with no jokers, go for singles and pairs. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we have no jokers, so we're going to try for a single and pair hand. We have a lot of evens, no 8 though. Here's a white dragon. We have dragons. Maybe we can do a 3-6-9 dragon hand. 3-6-9 dragon, third hand down. There's some potential there. We've got the corresponding dragon. There are no wins in singles and pairs, so we're going to let the wins go. Let's see, there's a consecutive hand, 6-7, 4-9, 4-6-7-9. We also have year tiles. So let's start there, and we can let the 7 bam go with the 1. Maybe since we have no flowers though, let's see. Let's let a 2 go instead. I would not play that big year hand, not without flowers and more white dragons or 2s. I'm thinking the second hand from the bottom or the third hand down. So let's see if we can do 3-6-9. That looks the strongest to me. Now we have a 7 bam pair though. 7 bam pair here. Okay, so south can go, 1 can go. Here's a 4 crack. So we do have some 2-4-6-8 building, but we have no flowers. This 7 bam pair looks good, but there's really very little to go with it. We're going to break it up. I'm thinking we have a better chance at 369 with dragons, or maybe the 2, 4, 6, 8 pair hand. We need a flower in here though for that. Maybe the consecutive hand. Okay, now here we have a 6 crack and a 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, that's what we're going to try. 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's let the 7 go with the dragon. Let's see here. We don't need the 9. We can let that go too. Okay, so let's keep the dragon for just a little bit, because our plan B could be the 2, 4, 6, 8 concealed hand. You want to establish a plan B if the hand goes down. You got to be able to switch. We got the 8. So let's keep that. 2, 4, 6, 8 pair hand is what we're looking at. We're going to keep going. We have 3 discards at the moment. 4 discards. Really, we don't need the dragons anymore because we gave up the 9 for 3, 6, 9. But we could potentially fall back on 3, 6, 9 if it comes through. We'll let the dragon go. I guess we could have kept the dragon and let the 7 dot go. So I think I forgot to mention the reason why this came back on, or not came back, this is why this became a recurring topic on the skills and strategies matrix, is because I got an email. Oh no, I did explain it. I got an email from someone who wanted videos on playing big hands. Okay, so we're going across. We have tiles we can pass here. So let's pass the red dragon. We do still have 2, 4, 6, 8 potential there. The dragon hand, what we need in here is a pair of flowers. We don't need the dragon. So we're going to try for the 2, 4, 6, 8 hand with flowers. 4th hand down under singles and pairs. We could potentially switch to the 3rd hand down under evens in 1 suit. 2, 4, 6, 8 in 1 suit as a plan B. So the kicker for us is going to be flowers, pair of flowers. We need pairs of 8s. We need a 6 dot. So we have a lot of needs right now. Okay, so let's pass 1, 7, 9. That's a little bit risky. We got a 4 dot and an 8 bam. So we're going to keep them. Well, we still have to do the optional. 2, 4, 6, 8, 4, 6. We have an extra 4 dot. 7, 8 is a bit risky to pass. This 4 dot is really not helpful. We need singles for that pair hand. So I think I would pass it with a 7. So we have, let's see if we get a keeper. No, we have 4 discards. 5 discards if we're playing a pair hand. So we're going to be an underdog. We're forcing a pair hand though, so I'm not surprised. We have an extra 6 crack at the moment, but that is for plan B. 3rd hand down,
1 dot
under evens. Okay, so let's let the 1 go.
1 dot.
We did get a 3 crack. We were thinking about doing 3, 6, 9 dragon,
1
but
dot.
we let our 9 dot go. That was the only tile we let go of though.
1 character.
So we could potentially switch back to 3, 6, 9 dragon.
5 characters.
There's another dragon. Okay.
8
So now
bamboos.
that concealed hand is an option.
1 character.
Plan C, let's say. Without a pair of flowers, we really can't do much either way.
1 character.
So we need flowers.
Green dragon.
5 dot we don't need at all.
5 dots.
So we're playing evens probably. Somebody kept the 9 dot.
7 bamboos.
Somebody kept the 9 dot.
Red dragon.
Okay, we're going to pass.
7 bamboos.
5 bam we don't need.
5 bamboos. 7 dots. South wind.
We're good.
6 bamboos.
All right, we need a keeper in here. 8 dot, 8 crack, flower. We got a 6 dot. We need that too, actually. Okay, so now let's let the 3 crack go.
3 characters.
And then we'll let the white dragon go, and then we'll let the 6 crack go. What we need in here
2 bamboos.
before long, I'll go ahead and move the 6 crack over. That's a
7
discard.
bamboos.
The red dragon we're holding for a potential switch to the
9
concealed
bamboos.
even hand. Either way, we need flowers. There's one.
White dragon.
So now we have a little more potential for that pair hand.
North
We need an 8
wind.
crack and an 8 dot. We still need a 2, but we could be maybe ready on a 2 or draw it. At the moment, we have 3 discards. So we're coming up to 70 tiles remaining. With 3 discards, I'd say we're a contender.
5 dots.
So I would not bump. I would stay put at being a contender.
6 dots.
So we pass. We have 3
5
discards.
bamboos.
And let's see
1
here.
bamboo.
We're at 70 tiles. So the reason 70 tiles is an important milestone is because if you switch,
9 characters.
this point gives you enough time to switch to plan B and still have potential to win.
9 characters.
You need to give yourself time to expedite hand development and call discards if you switch from a concealed hand
4
like singles and
bamboos.
pairs to something exposable. And by
4 dots.
focusing on that 70 tile milestone, that gives you the time you need to make that switch. Because as you can see,
Red
tiles are
dragon.
going down. So
5 characters.
I would say we're still a contender,
2
but we're coming up
bamboos.
to 60 tiles remaining. We're
1
not interested
bamboo.
in jokers in this particular hand at the moment, unless we draw one. And if we
South
do,
wind.
we're going to play evens concealed. If you draw a joker and you're forcing a pair hand like this, you draw a joker, switch to
North
plan
wind.
B. And we just got it. So we're going to switch to plan B and play 2, 4, 6, 8 concealed. So let's let the 4 dot go.
4 dots.
And we have an extra 6, so that can still go. We can use this joker for the 2 or the 8. So now we
1
have enough
bamboo.
time to develop a concealed hand in this case.
4 dots.
So we have 2 discards in joker bait. I'd say we're probably
West
still a
wind.
contender. We do not want to hold a dragon.
White
Okay, now
dragon.
6 dot, 1 is out. Nobody took it. So it's likely not going to be good joker bait.
Flower.
We'll discard it probably next. We'll pass. You know what I just thought of? We could switch to like numbers with
8
6s here.
bamboos.
Like numbers with 6s.
3 bamboos.
I know we don't have any 6 bams. That would be a gap. Oh, there's the 2. Oh my goodness. There are 3 4 dots. We need to
2
stick with it.
dots.
I was tempted to go back to the pair hand. It's going to be tempting, but if you straddle, you're going to delay the inevitable. We're just going to stick with it. If you switch, stick with it. No regrets. Just keep going.
9 characters.
So we could still even switch to that single suit 2, 4, 6, 8 Pung Kong hand. Third one
2
down.
dots.
We could leverage this 6. 2, 4, 6, 8 Pung.
2
That would be a Pung.
characters.
All right, that's the first 2 out, I believe. So let's pass. Okay, we can let the 8 go. Here,
8
we
dots.
now have some potential for 5, 6 dragon, but the red dragons are already out and we would need to Kong. So
Kong.
I would not consider that. All right, now this is an interesting
9
development.
dots.
We have a player across from us with a Pung of 8s. So we would not have been able to win that pair hand. They were gathering 8s.
8 dots.
They had our tile. And another player to the left had our tile.
5 bamboos.
We should let this 6 dot go if we're not going to play like numbers with 6s. And I probably wouldn't because there's already a 6 bam out. So let's discard that 6 dot.
6 dots.
Okay, so we have the flowers we need.
8
We're 2 away.
bamboos.
We're still in the middle game. I would say we're
9
probably still a
characters.
contender because we're playing a concealed
Flower.
hand. We need a 4 crack in here pretty badly. We got the 8. I'd
6
say now
dots.
we're bumped up to a front runner. We need 1 good pick. Oh no, we have 2 discards still.
1 dot.
We might even consider switching. Oh, 6 crack. 2, 4, 6, 8.
bamboos.
Okay, the 4 crack is going to be the deciding tile. If a 4 crack goes down, we're still not ready to call it. Oh, somebody won. All right, but we ended up in a pretty good place after a switch from a pair hand. So I feel good about that effort. Here we have news year hand concealed. And then over here we have a 7-8-7-8 Pung Kong Pung Kong. Over here we have 3-6-9. So it would have been really hard to play that 3-6-9 pair hand. All right, so let's play again. And we're going to use the same guidelines. If we have any jokers, we'll play a quint. If we have no jokers, we'll try for a single and pair hand. We'll identify a plan B, and then we'll assess our position with those milestones. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Evelyn. All right, so we're just waiting for someone to take a seat. We can get going here. We just need someone to take a seat here. Come on now. I just wanted to see. Okay. All right. No jokers. Okay. We have 3 flowers. We have 4s, like numbers with 4s in here. I would say that would be a good plan B probably. Here's a dragon, another dragon. We have a 3, a 5. So I'm thinking 3-4 or 4-5 pair hands, second one down. So let's pass 1-7. We're going to try to play a pair hand. Now, let's see, with a 4 crack, 4 bam pair, let's see, 4-7. We really didn't have a run potential in there. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have no 2s. We have no 6s or 8s. So I'm thinking now here, though, it changed. Here we have a 6 and a 2. All right, so let's see. 9 can go. We have a 4 bam pair. So 3-4 or 4-5 is probably what I would do with bams. Let's see, dots. We cannot keep it all. Let's let the 6 go. Yes, we have 3 flowers, but we're not going to pass a flower. I don't like passing flowers. We're going to discard one, probably. But our plan B is likely like numbers. Okay, now there's a 3 crack. So we're going to try to play 3-4. Well, we're forcing a pair hand here. So That might have been a good hand, Smith. However, we're forcing a pair hand. We're forcing the second hand down. We're trying to intentionally to play a pair hand right now. Oh, that's okay. We're forcing it, but we do want to keep an eye on other potential hands because we need a plan B. But I'm thinking the plan B at the moment is like numbers with fours. So, oh, no worries. You probably missed the first 15 minutes. We talked about how to play big hands, and that's what our focus is today. Playing big hands, pair hands, quints. Or maybe a concealed hand, pure. That's another way to get a big hand. Let's let go of the 195 here. All right, so let's see, 3-4. We want 3-4. We need a 4 crack and we need threes. Threes are tough because if anyone's playing a year hand, we're going to be in trouble. So this is not ideal, but that's where the multiple came in right there. Okay, we got a 3 and a 4. Oh, it's looking much better. All right, here's 3-4, 3-4, and now we're going to let the dragon go. Here we go. 3-4 pair hand, second hand down. We have an extra flower. Make it pretty there. Okay, we have, where are we? Passing right. I think we could pass a white dragon and risk it. We're playing a concealed hand. At the moment, we have 5 discards, so we're going to be an underdog on this one. No keepers. We've got 3 tiles to pass. Let's see how many our opponent wants. They want 3. Okay, what's happening here? We're waiting for, there we go. Okay, passing. We need keepers, 3 dot, 4 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot. 4 crack would be great. 3 dot, 4 crack, 4 dot. Nope, we got the 5. Okay, so we have 5 discards. We're going to be an underdog on this one. But if we draw well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right about where the first pick is in that third wall.
Bamboo.
Okay, we got a joker. So that means we're switching to a quint. We're going to switch to a quint. So instead now we're going to play 3-4 quint. This was a pretty nice switch. Character. And I would still hold a plan B for like numbers with 4s. So I would keep that white dragon. So we're making a switch. We drew a joker. That's the guideline. If you're playing singles and pairs and you draw a joker, switch to a quint. So we're playing the 3-4 quint now. We can Kong the flowers and we'll still be able to switch to another plan B if we happen to need to switch to like numbers with 4s. So we've switched to the third quint.
1 character.
We can quint one of these and we can Kong the flower.
Two dots.
3 bam.
5 characters.
That would have been nice for 3-4, but we ended up with no 3 dots still.
Dragon.
Okay, so we'll pass. I would let that go too. So at the moment we have 4 discards, hand with no gaps. I'd say we're probably at 80 tiles remaining. I would say we're probably a contender. We have 3, 4. 3 bams are down already.
1 bamboo.
We discarded a 3 bam already.
3 bamboos.
Yeah, 2 down. Nobody wants it. So the fours are over here
6
on the left
characters.
because they're plan B.
1 dot.
Switch to like numbers if this quint doesn't work.
7 bamboos.
We need to draw 3 crack, 4 bam, specific tiles.
5 characters.
We need specific tiles.
9 dots.
Okay, don't need a 6.
6 characters. 4 bamboos.
So what do you think about, oh, let's quint.
Quint. 3 bamboos.
Okay, so now the four crack
9 characters.
can go. Nobody wants the 3 bam. That'll be safe as we gather. We need,
7
really,
bamboos.
we're in build mode. We need to build the 3 crack at this point.
1 character.
Now 5 crack is out. Let's throw the 4.
4 characters. East wind. Pung.
Oh, good. We get another turn.
7
Okay,
characters.
come on now. Oh, 8.
8 bamboos.
So at this point we have a 4, a quint with a 4. So there's little to no switchability
1
here.
bamboo.
We're sticking with this quint. We
4
just need 3
characters.
cracks and jokers. A 4 bam would be great because we can get our joker back.
Flower.
Will Kong.
Kong.
Okay, now let's throw the 4 dot.
4 dots.
So they're gonna know the minute we throw that 5 crack,
8 bamboos.
they'll know we need the 3 crack or the 3 dot. Well, I suppose we could be playing with a 5 dot, but sometimes I like to distance myself from a post-exposure discard that is close to home, like this 5 crack. I think since we discarded a different tile, the 8 bam, I
dots.
think it was, let's throw the 5 and we'll be
5
okay now.
characters.
Okay, KJ, thanks for coming. Appreciate
Green
it.
dragon. 4 bamboos.
Okay, someone got our joker.
2
All right, so we're 1
characters.
away from the quint. We need a 3 crack or a joker to be ready on the
South
quint.
wind.
Okay, so let's let the 9 crack go. Nobody
9
wanted this
characters.
3 bam.
3 dots. Five bamboos.
We're looking for a 3 crack or a joker.
3 characters.
Oh, shoot, there it is. That's all right. We just need another joker now.
9 bamboos.
Thankfully, we can fill it in with jokers.
5 dots.
So we're at 48 tiles, 2 more picks. We have 1 discard. I'd say we're probably a
4
contender
characters.
because we need jokers at this point. There's 1 more
1
3 crack.
bamboo.
1 more 3 crack. There are 3 souths out. Nobody wants the 3 bam.
South wind.
Somebody could have been playing news
Red
concealed.
dragon.
All
5
4
dots.
souths are out.
5 bamboos.
Okay, we don't want a 6.
6 bamboos. Red dragon.
I would love to draw a joker.
Green dragon.
Drawing a joker would be ideal because, well, either way, I mean, if we draw a joker, then we're ready on a
Flower.
3 if it's discarded. If we
4
draw a 3
dots.
crack, then we'll need to draw a joker. Can't call a joker. So
9 dots.
I think it'd be great if we can draw a joker and get ready to win
5
on the last
bamboos.
3 crack.
Flower.
I'm playing to
West
win.
wind.
Playing to win.
Pung.
Oh, competitor for East-West. Wow. That's interesting. They're going to
3
both need
dots.
jokers there. Yikes.
9
And they
dots.
threw a 3 dot, which means they're playing to win. That 3 dot was a
8
risky discard
characters.
because our quint could be using 3 dots. So they're playing
8
to win
dots.
over there. Late end game exposure with a competitor
8
for their tiles.
characters.
Plus they discarded a 3 dot against a quint. They're playing to win over there.
North wind.
And sometimes when you're playing with someone who's
6 dots.
playing aggressively or assertively, that could be detrimental
Green
on their
dragon.
part, taking those number of risks. That level of risk
4 dots.
can be detrimental.
6 bamboo.
Okay, 3 crack. We want the 3. This is
5
that tile has not
bamboos.
been discarded yet. 5 bam, first one out there.
Red dragon. 7 characters.
All right, we need a 3 crack or a joker.
8 characters.
Dragon.
Green dragon.
Thankfully, they were out.
White dragon. 7 characters. 7 characters.
Come on now, joker. All
3
right,
bamboos.
now we're ready to win on the quint.
Flower.
Let's hope someone throws the 3 crack thinking it's safe.
8 dots.
Maybe we'll draw another joker, or maybe we'll draw that 3 crack.
5 characters. 1 dot. 8 dots.
Okay, we have 2 more picks.
9 characters. 6 dots.
Oh, 2 crack. Oh,
2 characters.
shoot. That was a little scary, that hesitation
6
there.
dots.
All right, we get 1 more pick.
1 dot. Red dragon.
Oh, 6. Darn it.
6 characters. Joker.
Oh, fold.
Joker.
Fold! That's what happens when you quint.
Joker.
Another fold. All right, our opponent across from us, they have our 3 crack. But we came a long way from a pair hand. We made it to ready to win. So I feel good about that effort. This player over here had yeah. Let's just take a look. There's the 3 crack. 4, 5, 6, 7. They need the 6 dot and they went down. So their hand went down. Here, 2, 4, 6, 8. Second hand down with Kongs of 2s. Over here, the East and West battle. 7, 8, 9. They needed 9s. Okay, here we go. Next game. All right. Let's see if someone jumps over here. Okay, so just as a reminder, we're playing big hands. If we draw if we get a joker in our dealt hand, we are going to play a quint, and if we do not have jokers, we're going to play a single and pair hand. We got very close there. That was exciting. Okay, no jokers, so we're going to try for singles and pairs. I think the 3, 6, 9 hand looks pretty good as far as a starting point. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. We don't need wins. No wins in the single and pair category. We do have 2 1s, 2 8s. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's some 2, 4, 6, 8 in here. I would not pass 2 wins though. Let's let a 2 go. Actually, let's let the 4 crack go. We could still maybe play the 2, 4, 6, 8 hand, but we have no flowers. I'm hoping the 369 comes in. No flowers there. 369 dragon, third hand down. As far as a plan B, that's going to be maybe a like number hand with wins. Let's say sixes with ease for a switch to a quint. So let's see here. Let's do 187. 1, 1, 2, 8. I don't want to be left with like numbers. Don't want to be left with like numbers. Okay, I think no matter how we slice this, it's going to be challenging here. So we're keeping that east for a plan B switch to a quint. Okay, so here we have some 2, 4, 6, 8 coming in. 2, 4, 6, 8 there. 2, 4, 6, 8, but no flowers. We have no flowers. So we're going to let it go. 6s are a like tile between 3, 6, 9 and evens. So keep an eye on the trend. But in this case, since we have no flowers, it's just not going to be helpful. There's an east. We'll keep the east. We've got tiles we can pass. Okay, now let's see here. Let's pass 1, 5, 1, 1, 7, 1, 7, 5. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully, okay, here we go. We might be able to switch to the 2, 4, 6, 8 hand, but we have no flowers. That's going to be super risky. Two, 4 singles with pair 6, 8. We'll see. 3, 6, 9. We finally got a keeper. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, we have a ways to go here. We're going to let the 2, 4, 6, 8 go. We still have potential for a switch to a quint with 3s or 6s. Only one dragon was going around, which is interesting. Somebody might be keeping dragons. Okay, we got a 9, but it's not the right suit. It's an option. All right. We have like numbers with 3s, 6s, or 9s. Interesting. We've got the 9 and a 3, but I probably would, let's see here. Let's just see what our opponent wants. Let's see here. They want 2. Let's do 2. We have options. I would give up on these easts. Okay, 3, 6, 9 pair hand, third hand down. Under 3, 6, 9. So for a plan B, just because, let's see, I suppose for 3, 6, 9 to quints, if we happen to get a joker. We have a pair of east still. Well, there's a flower now.
5 bamboos.
We really don't need a flower though.
7 bamboos.
Unless we pick a switch to a 3, 6, 9 hand with flowers. There are 2. Second hand down and then the 4th hand down. We could potentially switch. Really, that 4th hand down works well for a switch from the single and pairs hand, depending on what happens. All right, let's let the east go.
East wind.
We have a pair of 8s here that maybe can get us a joker if this pair hand doesn't pan out.
East wind.
We need a dragon, red dragon, We need to pair up
2 bamboos.
3, 6, 9.
East wind.
So we need pairs of 3, 6, 9. We have a long way to go. We're at 87 tiles.
4 characters.
So when we get to 70 tiles,
3
if we're still
dots.
an underdog, which we are right now, we're going to switch. I don't
8
even know which
bamboos.
hand we would switch to at this point. Nobody wanted that 8.
North wind.
Okay, here's a 7. So we have some 6, 7, 8 potential
4
in here.
characters.
6, 7, 8, 9. Even though that 8 bam
5
went down, there
dots.
are 2 out. We could switch to 6, 7, 8, 9 pung kong.
6 characters.
There's the 6 crack though. Okay, 2 we don't need.
2 characters. 4 characters.
All right, let's
2
see.
characters.
What hand could we switch to? The concealed
West
hand,
wind.
probably. Dragon. Well, that's kind of the weaker suit for us.
7 characters.
Really, a red dragon would have been better. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, though. So I'm thinking as if we have to switch, we could switch to the concealed 3, 6, 9 hand. At least we have the single 6s. Uh-oh. Somebody lost connection. That's a bummer. Well, we have to wait for the robot to take over. Okay. Where's the robot?
North wind.
Okay. Now, let's see here.
Pung.
Punganorths.
5 characters.
So they punged a north and threw a 5 crack. My guess is they're playing north and south with a run.
Flower.
Okay, we don't want the 2.
2 characters. Flower.
Hesitation on the flower. Which is interesting because that hesitation would have
2
been from the
characters.
player across from us, but they don't need a flower, not with a Punganorse. So
9
I'm not
dots.
quite sure why. All right, here's the 9 bam. We got a pair in there. Okay, so let's throw the 8 bam.
8 bamboos.
So now we do have potential here for the 3, 6,
6
9,
bamboos.
3, 6, 9 pair hand.
Flower.
Still, everybody's throwing flowers except us.
7 bamboos.
Well, there's another flower.
8 bamboos.
Okay, so I still don't think a flower is going to help us.
9 bamboos.
Okay, we're going to pass. We're still trying for the 3, 6, 9 pair hand.
6 dots. 8 characters.
3 crack. We're going to throw the flower.
Flower.
All right, so no red dragons are out. No dragons are out at all.
7 dots.
So somebody is collecting flower. Someone's got dragons here. So
2
definitely
dots.
not the player on across from us. We know they don't need dragons. Did I say flowers? Dragons. Somebody else is
4
playing
bamboos.
dragons. Oh, that's a keeper. 3, 6, 9. Okay, let's let the flower go.
Flower.
We need that red dragon in here. So we have all keepers now. We're at 56
2
tiles.
bamboos.
I would stick with it still. We're
7 bamboos.
probably an underdog at this point.
6 bamboos.
Okay, 5 crack.
5
We still
characters.
never got a joker. If we do get a joker, we're going to switch to the concealed hand. I'm
9
thinking,
dots.
okay,
Green dragon.
how many 9 dots are out? Just one, and 1 6 dot is out.
West wind.
Okay, we don't need east.
East wind.
So 1 3, 1 6, and 1 9, all dots out.
1 dot.
So how many 6 bams are out? 2 6 bams are out, because we do need a 6 bam if we play
2
bams.
bamboos.
It's going to be cracks with
North
either
wind.
dots or bams.
8 dots.
Okay, we definitely don't need that. 2 9
4
dots are
dots.
out. Oh, I see them right here. 2 9 dots. Okay, I see it. Thank you, Karen.
6 dots.
Now 2 6 dots are out. So I would
2 bamboos.
I would be more likely to go for bams and cracks at this point.
7 dots.
This is where you want to temper
1
your
bamboo.
expectations and think about that quote. Win big, win little, win big. Either
1
way,
character.
we're probably going to switch to a concealed hand, so it's not like we can call anything. It'll be a matter of whether we
6
give up on the
bamboos.
dots or give up on the bams. Okay, so that is,
West
there's only,
wind.
okay, so now we're going to let that south go.
South wind.
I'm hoping they're not ready. Whoa. Okay, the 6 bam went down,
1
so
dot.
we're going to let that go. 6 bam went down. 3 are down. There's only
5
one more.
bamboos.
Now we could maybe switch to the concealed hand. We're at
7
34
bamboos.
tiles. So there's a 3. We still have
Green
potential
dragon.
to win. We could maybe
1
still even switch to
bamboo.
the concealed hand. And
White
it appears
dragon.
that nobody, this 3 bam actually has not been thrown yet. So
5
let's let this
bamboos.
go. We got the red dragon.
3
Oh my
bamboos.
goodness. We're getting there. Okay, now 2 6 dots are out, 2
3
9 dots are
bamboos.
out. This is going to get dicey.
8 dots.
I would play to win here. Nobody wants the 9 bam, it seems.
7 dots.
Oh, we don't need white dragon.
White dragon.
We need a 6 dot, 9 dot. We still
3
need a 6
bamboos.
crack in there too. 6 crack, and 1
White
is out.
dragon.
So we need 6 crack, 6 dot, 9 dot.
Red dragon.
Okay, 7 crack is out.
7 characters.
1, just 1 was out. Little risky. We
6 dots.
okay, now there it goes. Now we switch to the
5
concealed
dots.
hand because there are 3 6 dots out. So you've got to have heightened awareness. If you're playing a pair hand and it goes down, you need to be
7
able to
dots.
switch. Somebody wanted that red dragon, I think. So we're going to let that go.
Red dragon.
There was a hesitation on that. Okay, now 5 bam, 3 are out. 9 bam, 1 is
7
out. So we're going to
characters.
let that go next. We switch to the concealed 3 6 9 hand. We've got our singles. We can use jokers if we have
9
to.
dots.
There goes the 9 dot 2. We're an underdog, so we need to
Red
be
dragon.
a high defense, low risk approach here. There's a joker.
9
That's nice.
bamboos.
So we have 3 picks and 3 discards. Technically, if we pick a keeper
Red
with
dragon.
each pick, we could still win. But we
5
would
dots.
need to draw really, really well, of course.
6 bamboos.
We can let that go.
White dragon.
1 4 bam is out. It seems nobody wants the 5 bam or the 9 bam. We have 2 picks
Joker.
and 3 discards. There's no way we can win. We also have a player to the right who folded.
9 bamboos.
We're pass.
8 dots.
This is a clear discard here.
9 bamboos.
8 crack, 1 is out. So those are both going to be risky. We'll throw the joker next and fold.
7 characters. 8 dots. Joker. Joker.
All right, wall game. Okay, so they're playing north and south with a run over there, but they have a gap hand, no 7. Over there, over here, we're doing 1 through 5, all one suit. Over here, 1, 3, 5 of some kind. I'm thinking they probably are the ones who wanted the red dragon. 1, 3, 5 dragon, I think, is what they were trying to play. Okay, next game. Oh, we made a pretty good attempt at a switch, but I think that it was challenging just because of the late game switch. We were pretty shallow the entire way. So, all right, now we have a joker, 2 jokers. So we're going to play a quint. We're playing a quint. We have a north and we have 8s. We also have 7s. Riley, don't do it. Don't. No. It's his dinner time and my husband is not home. Okay, so north with 7s or 8s is what we're going to try. So let's break up these 2s. Let's see. How about 2 crack, 1 of each suit? Riley. Why does he do that? There he is. If you're new to my channel, that's Riley. Okay, let's see here. 7, 8, 7. Let's see, north. We're trying to get wins in here. Okay, here we go. We're going to try for the first hand, maybe, with either 7s or 8s. First quint. We're forcing quint right now, forcing a quint. And if it doesn't work, we'll switch to some form of 7, 8 or like numbers. Here's a 7. All right, so we'll keep the 7. All right, so we're gonna let the 8s go. Oops, wrong way. Here we go. All right, we need 7s. We're gonna go with the bigger multiple there at the moment anyway. I would love it if someone gave us like numbers with 7s. Wouldn't that be nice? We got a 7 crack and a south options. South. Okay, let's break up the 8. Let's see. Oh yeah, we want to keep going. We're going to break up this 8. We have 5 discards and an option with the north-south. We're waiting for a choice to be made here. If I weren't forcing a hand, I probably would try for north and south with a run. But I wonder what's going on here. We are waiting for a decision. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're going to break up that 8 dot pair. I think my husband just got home, so he can take care of Riley now. Maybe. Is that him? I don't know. All right, let's see. Maybe not. No. Go get water. You're all right. Oh, we have another option with the west. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we have options with our wins. We can quint one of the 7s, but not both. It's looking pretty good, though, for a forced quint. I'd say this was a really good result. We got an east. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, now we're definitely optimized for a wind here. We need a wind in here to help us make a choice. Right now, we're going to stay flexible. We've got news with sevens. So we have 45 minutes to the top of the hour. I might take a quick break after this game to feed him so that he leaves us alone. Okay. So after this game, I might just step away from the computer for a minute or two and feed him. Otherwise, he's going to keep whining for food. Poor little dog. Oh yeah, we want 3. And I would risk this because we're playing a big hand. I'd say we're probably a contender because we have options. So, all right, yeah, we're definitely going to be probably, I would say we're a contender.
9 bamboos.
We've got 1, 2
8
clear
dots.
discards and options. So let's just see what happens here.
Flower. 9 bamboos.
8 can go.
8 dots.
So I would not Kong any wind.
9
I would try to
bamboos.
whittle them out as they're discarded to optimize
Flower.
pairing up, and then save the jokers for the sevens.
7 bamboos. 2 bamboos.
Hesitation on the 2.
West wind.
Okay, we're going to pass. So now that will be a discard
West wind.
for sure now.
West wind.
Okay. Wow,
West
look at these
wind.
8s. The 8s are, they're kind of stalking us, really.
Flower.
Okay, flowers are going down. Good thing we don't need them.
4 bamboos. 5 bamboos.
All right, come on now. We got a keeper here.
8
All right,
bamboos.
now we're going to be able to quit both of those sevens. It's just going to be a matter of what wind are we going to
8
use.
bamboos.
So we're looking good. I'd still say we're a contender because we still are going to need help with
8
winds.
bamboos.
Somebody could be playing north and south, so I'm hoping we'll pair up the east.
Wind.
There goes the east. Okay, 8 crack pair. We have joker bait now.
4 dots.
So no 8 cracks are out yet. We're at
5
70 tiles.
characters.
I would stick with this and play it through. I would push to win. I would say that we're still a
8 dots.
contender though until we get a pair in here.
4 dots.
We need north-south. I would still hold
5
east for just a
bamboos.
little bit longer.
4 characters.
So if we can get this 8 crack to 60 tiles, we might be
4
able to
dots.
do a joker exchange there. We'll see.
3 dots.
Okay, north-south would be great.
Kong.
Oh, shoot. We need
6 characters.
we need every pick we can get from this wall.
4 characters.
We got skipped.
North wind.
Oh no. We're going to pass. Okay, let's let the dragon go. So now
Red
north
dragon.
and east have equal potential.
9
South is the only
characters.
wide open wind.
5 characters. 5 bamboos.
Okay, we got the north.
8 characters.
All right, so we'll need a joker there. We'll need a joker for the north if we go with the north. The south is the only wide open wind.
5 dots.
Nobody wanted the 8 crack, I guess.
1 character.
So we're looking good. I'd say that we're still a contender. If we get one more good pick, a joker,
8
let's say.
characters.
I would say we can bump up to front runner. If we can get
8
one good pick,
characters.
like maybe a joker or a north. A joker
Green
would be
dragon.
a joker would be ideal.
4 dots. 8 characters.
2 dot can go.
2 dots.
If the 7s go down, I would quint.
5 dots.
If the north goes down, we might need to Kong. The
7
south, we
bamboos.
don't know where the south is. Somebody could still be
4
playing north and
characters.
south. North and
8
south with a
dots.
run. Maybe this player across from us.
2 bamboos.
They could have north and south.
Kong.
Okay.
East wind.
That joker is locked in.
1 character.
I should have thrown this.
5 bamboos.
Okay, we're going to throw the 9 dot next. We're at 50 tiles remaining.
3
I would play to win.
bamboos.
Here, I'd still say we're a contender at this point.
6 characters.
East. Okay, well,
9 dots.
how many are out? 2. North,
Kong.
1 is out.
5 characters.
Still only no souths are out.
7 characters.
Okay, we're going to quint.
Quint.
Okay, now let's let the east go.
East wind. 4 bamboos.
So we can go with either north or south. At the south, though,
North wind.
okay, there's 2 out now. So either we're going to need 2 jokers or we're going to need those souths.
8 bamboos.
We don't need dragons. That's
White
going to be
dragon.
risky. Oh, I thought maybe this player on the
6
right.
dots.
Okay, so,
Mahjong.
oh, we got a winner. We came a long way, though. All right, so now we have a 369 Pung Kong Pung hand. 369 Pung Kong Pung Kong. Here's another Pung Kong hand. 1 2 1 2. Over here, 1 2 3. Ooh, ready on a pure hand. Yikes. And then over here, we're trying for the quint. All right, let's play again. Oh yeah, I was gonna just step away really quick. Let me feed Riley so that he is not going to interrupt us. So I will be right back. So stretch your legs, take a bio break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, here we go. Let's jump into this game right here. So if you're just joining us, we're forcing big hands. Big hands. If we get a joker, we're playing a quint. If we do not have any jokers, we're playing a pair hand. And then we're going to pick a plan B. And then we have milestones to hit. If you missed the first part of this live stream, you might want to watch it again because we talked about guidelines for playing big hands. Okay, now we have a joker and we have a pair of threes and a pair of sevens. So we could play maybe the mixed suit hand with flowers. We could maybe play like numbers with sevens. I would just stop there and break up these dragons. Okay, so 3-4 with flowers or south with sevens. Okay, we have a 3 and an east. Here's an east and a 3. So we could do threes, 3-4, or sevens. We've got options. Like numbers with threes, like numbers with sevens, and wins, or maybe 3-4 with flowers. Okay, now we have sixes. Okay, so 6 bam, 6 dot. So here's a 1. Let's see here. I mean, not a 1, that's a 2. 2 6s and 7s. So let's go with 6-7. It's kind of a 6 1/2 dozen the other, really. There's a 7 and news. Oh, we're in the same place we were before. Oh my gosh, what are the chances? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna get risky here. We're gonna do wins with sevens, and we're gonna have to pass like numbers. Yikes. Either that or a flower. Maybe we should pass a flower. Oh, no, let's pass like numbers. Yikes. I really don't like passing like numbers. Oh my gosh, this is super risky. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Okay, second half, yes. Okay, no keepers here. Okay. So we're looking at like numbers with sevens, quint. First quint. We're doing a mulligan because we did this just the hand prior. There's only 3 quints to choose from though, so it's not like we have a whole lot of choice. Okay, so let's do 4. Let's do 2, 2, 4, 6. That's a little bit risky. Okay, we got a south. All right, we'll keep our options open there. They want 3. Let's let an east go and pass fully. We have tiles. South with sevens. Whoa, risky. Yikes. Okay, so let's let the 1 crack go. As far as a plan B, I would probably play like numbers with sevens
2
and
dots.
flowers for plan B. We're going to pass.
East wind. 4 characters.
Joker. Okay.
2 characters.
All right, so we're just going to focus
6
on gathering. If a 7 goes down, we'll quint. But we have a ways to go.
6
Oh,
characters.
awesome, Sandra. You got them quick. Did you get Amazon delivery overnight? Those highlighters
2
are great.
dots.
Yeah. I'm glad you like them.
3 characters.
If anybody's wondering, there's a link in the video description below, I think.
North wind.
Okay, we're going to pass.
9 dots.
Okay, come on now. Oh, we don't need an 8.
8 dots.
All right, so we're doing sevens with south.
2 characters.
Nobody was interested in the north, so hopefully no one's playing north and south or news.
North wind.
Okay, so we can let that go for sure. Well, that
2
flower we're
dots.
going to keep for plan B. The 5 crack is
3
joker
dots.
bait. Okay, we're at 80 tiles. I would say we are I would say maybe we're a contender on
7
this one
dots.
because we have 3 discards with joker bait. And that joker bait
6
is an
characters.
efficient tile, 5 crack, right in the
5
middle.
characters.
Oh, let's see if anyone wants it. There is a little bit of a hesitation there on that
North
5.
wind.
I would hunker down now that we have this joker for the south.
7 characters.
Okay, let's quint.
Quint.
Now let's throw the flower.
Flower.
We can Kong the south, and we just need to build. We have
8
no
dots.
gaps. We just need to build.
One bamboo. 8
And I would
dots.
just play to win. There's really one. No wests are out still.
East wind.
That's still an option. No souths are out.
4 bamboo.
I'm hoping that we're going to draw a south because I don't want to have to use a joker. If we get a 7 bam, we'll be able to quint. I'd
2
rather use the
characters.
jokers for the number tiles.
West wind.
Okay, we'll pass. Red dragon, we don't want to hold that.
Red dragon.
This west will be a good discard.
5 bamboos.
We've got the tiles we need. It's just going to be a matter of jokers at this point. Well, I mean, we still can draw the natural tiles, but they're very specific.
5
So,
bamboos.
and this is where the luck of the game comes in, is picking tiles from the wall. Everything else is based on skill.
7 dots.
Skill and strategy application, which is skill. Just in case anybody's wondering.
West wind.
I don't think this game has as much
South
luck
wind.
as a lot of people think. Okay, we're going to Kong.
Kong.
We either got to Kong now or Kong later with a joker.
2 bamboos.
So there's 2 jokers up
6
for grabs
characters.
right now. It'd be ideal if
1
we could pick it.
bamboo.
I would love to pick our own jokers. That would be awesome.
4 characters.
Okay, dragon. We don't want that.
Green dragon. Three characters. One character.
Okay, come on now.
East wind.
South or 7 crack.
6 bamboo.
Clearly everybody knows what we're playing. There's a 7 dot out, so they're likely going to know that we need 7 bam. There are 2 7 dots out, actually.
One character.
So a 7 bam is going to be super risky discard. We're not ready for it, but they don't know that.
3 characters.
If it does go down, though, and we don't call it, well, then they're going to know. And we will be eating crow at that point. We can still use jokers,
One
though.
bamboo.
Okay, well, we don't want flowers.
Flower. Eight characters. Nine dots.
Okay, so 7 crack south. That's what we want to draw here.
9 bamboos.
7 crack south would be good. A green dragon.
Green dragon.
Darn it.
Six dots.
Think people might be heightening heightening
dots.
awareness here because the discards are taking a little more time.
6
But
characters.
they'll know what we need here. We keep drawing
Red
dragons.
dragon.
Shoot.
West wind.
So we're looking for a south or a 7 crack. Oh, darn. Someone got it. All right. Well, still, I think we had pretty good results there. All right. Here we have 135 dragon. Well done. Well done there. Here, like numbers with 9s, but man, they have a lot of dragons. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 through 8. They're probably trying for the consecutive run pair hand would be my guess. All right, let's play again. We might be able to play 2 more hands, depending on how things go here. 2 more hands. Thanks for coming to the live stream. If you're just joining us, we are focusing on big hands. We're playing big hands. If we get a joker, we're playing a quint. And if we don't have jokers, we're going to play a pair hand. So we're forcing big hands. There are some guidelines. If you missed the presentation, then you might want to rewatch the repost because there's a 15-minute presentation on playing big hands with some recommended guidelines to follow that can optimize your potential. So we have 7s, 7, 8. Maybe we can try the 7, 8 pair hand, second hand down. Let's let the dragon go with a 4 and then one of the 2s. So we do have like numbers with 7s. So that's why I picked that second hand down. Okay, we could maybe try 7, 8 instead of 6, 7. Let's see. Let's let the 2 go with an east and a 3. Okay, now for a plan B hand, 7, 8, 7, 8, 6th hand down under consecutive run, I think. Although if we do get flowers, we can maybe try for the 3rd quint, because one of the guidelines is if you draw a joker, try to switch to a quint. We could also maybe do 7s with a wind. So maybe keeping the winds for a little while will be good in case we get a joker. Looks like somebody passed short, which means, let's see, we're in between 6, 7 and 7, 8. We definitely want to keep going. We're going to have to make a choice here. Let's keep our options open and pass the white dragon. I really don't like to do that, but we're trying for big hands, so it might be worth the risk. Second hand down, 6, 7 or 7, 8 pair hand, and then we can always switch maybe to the quint if we draw jokers. Okay, we got a 6 and an 8. Shoot. All right, we have to make a choice. Okay, so let's let the winds go. All right, now we have 7, 8, 7, 8, 6, 7, 6, 7, and a 7 dot all by its lonesome. Let's keep our options open and pass 2 winds. This is a bit risky, but we're playing a big hand. Let's just see what happens here. 7, 8, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 6, 7. No keepers. Okay, so we can just play that forward. Okay, we're looking for a flower. Maybe someone will be generous and give us a flower. Nope, but we did get a 6. So that is very encouraging. We're going to let the 8s go. They want 2. We can do 2 and not have to give up any tiles. So I'm thinking 6, 7 pair hand, but we also have 8s. I guess we could tuck them back in for now since they only wanted 2. No keepers here. So we have a pair gap, which is risky.
North wind.
But I think that even with a pair gap, I would say we're a contender because
2 characters.
we have 6, 7, or 7, 8. Probably 6, 7.
9
I would probably
characters.
focus on 6, 7 pair hand.
2 characters.
So we are looking for a flower in here.
1 dot.
We need a flower in here very badly. And then we need 6
8
bam, 6 dot, 7 dot.
White dragon.
All right, flower, flower, flower power. That's what we want. Flower power right
4
here.
dots.
Okay, there's a 7 bam, which we really don't need.
4 dots.
We really don't need that 7. Okay,
6 bamboos.
now I want to just tuck these back in.
7
See what we have
characters.
to work with here. We're going to pass. We're trying for the pair hand.
South wind.
Maybe switch to 7, 8, 7, 8, 6th hand down
2 dots.
if it doesn't work. Let's see, 6.
characters.
So we need to keep an eye on 6 dot, 7 dot, 6 bam.
1 character. East wind.
Don't need that. We're looking for a flower.
2 characters.
We need flowers too. 6s and flowers. And of course we need a
8
7 dot,
dots.
but really the true weakness
East
right now
wind.
is that gap, flower gap, pair gap.
7 characters.
We're gonna pass. Flower. Let's let the 8 go.
8
All right,
characters.
so we're getting there. So let's
1
see.
dot.
6, 7 pair hand. We have
6
three
bamboos.
discards. Okay, there goes one of our tiles right there.
1 character.
6 bam. We're trying for the
West
6,
wind.
7 pair hand.
North wind. West wind.
We're at 70
5
tiles,
bamboos.
70-ish tiles. We got a joker. So now we have to make a choice. We can still do, oh my gosh, let's let the 8 go. Shoot.
8 bamboos.
Okay, so we can switch to 6,
3
7 quint,
bamboos.
or we can hold out for the pair hand. 6
4
crack, 7 bam,
characters.
quint. 6 bams, let's see, 2 6 bams are gone. Yep, I know.
5
It's
bamboos.
dwindling. And there's a joker. Okay, so let's send
8
that off.
bamboos.
Now now that we have 2 jokers, we're gonna switch to 6,
3
7.
dots.
6, 7 quint with
4
flowers.
characters.
We could also maybe switch to like numbers with 7s as an option. Plan B from the quint. 6, 7 quint,
9
third hand down.
characters.
So we switched from
9
the
dots.
second hand down under singles and pairs, 6, 7.
9
We got 2
bamboos.
jokers, so we're now switching to a quint. That's one of the guidelines in the presentation. If you
4
missed it,
bamboos.
just in case you missed it, that's one of them.
4 bamboos.
We don't need a 2.
2 dots.
So we can quint the 7 or the 6, but not both.
4
No
dots.
flowers are out yet. Let's hope they're in the wall.
9 dots. East wind.
Okay, we got a keeper.
6
We can quint
bamboos.
both of those now. So at this point, we just need flowers.
5
We're at 54
characters.
tiles. There are 2 7 cracks out, so I don't think they're going to be, there's no power
1
there.
character.
No power for joker bait there.
3 characters.
Big hesitation on the 3 crack. We don't want to hold 3s.
3 dots.
Okay. Let's see. 3
7
crack. Big
dots.
hesitation on that. I wonder if somebody could be maybe playing little odds. Oh, here we go.
5 characters.
These should all be safe. Joker. Awesome. We need that
6
for the
dots.
flower. All right. We're looking good for this quint.
East wind. 5 dots. Five characters.
Okay. Green dragon. That's going to be risky.
Green dragon.
I don't want to hold on to dragons. We're at 45 tiles remaining. We're going to be going in the end game after this next pick. I would say we're probably a contender
3 characters.
because we need flowers. And I have a very hard time getting flowers.
5
I don't know
dots.
why, but I do. Okay, now this dragon is available for exchange.
8 characters.
So if we get a green dragon, we can nab that.
5 bamboos.
3 7 dots are
8
out.
characters.
2 7 cracks are out. These should all be
5
safe.
bamboos. 3 bamboos.
That was just thrown.
3 bamboos. South wind. West wind. 8 bamboos.
I would still play to win here. 9 bam, 1 is out.
9 bamboos. 4 characters.
Okay, we need flowers.
8 bamboos.
I would actually love to draw these natural tiles
8
because
dots.
then we don't have to expose.
9 dots.
I don't want to spook the table with a quint. Oh, sometimes
1
people will
character.
fold if someone's playing a quint.
Flower.
We're going to pass. I also don't want to have a con with jokers in the end game. There was a hesitation on that
bamboos.
flower too, by the way. So this
White
player to the
dragon.
right, I think, is going to be playing a flower hand. What about a flower hand with dragons? Is that on here? 2-8 dragon or news with dragons
wind.
with a Kong. So they probably don't need flowers.
5 characters.
They'll probably doing 2-8 dragon or news
North
with
wind.
dragons. And there have not been any hesitations on the winds. Let's
9
see.
characters.
East 4 out, north 3 are
South
out.
wind.
Yeah, they just threw that. So they're probably doing 2-8 dragon.
9
Second hand
characters.
from the bottom. There's a dot right here. So my guess
4
is they're
dots.
doing 2-8 crack. We got a joker.
7 characters.
Okay, we're looking better now. So we have 2 discards and 4 picks. I'd say we can bump up to front runner,
6 bamboos.
but it's going to be challenging because if we quint,
3
that's going
characters.
to alert the table.
North wind.
4 bam, 2 are out.
4 bamboos.
Now, as far as the flowers, only 1 is
South
out.
wind.
1 flower is out. If another flower goes down, I don't think I would
6
Kong.
dots.
I don't think I would risk putting out 2 jokers in
8
a Kong.
dots.
8 dot just got tossed.
8 dots.
Okay, we have 2 discards and 2 more picks.
4 bamboos.
Oh, you're welcome, Sue. I love the excitement. It is exciting.
Green dragon.
You can force big hands, but you
White
should
dragon.
really temper your expectations, kind of like what I showed in that slide.
White dragon.
Oh, 1 bam. None are out.
7 dots.
No 1 bams are out. They could be doing 1-2 dragon. How many two
3
bams are out?
characters.
Are there any two bams out? I don't see any two bams. They must be doing 1-2 dragon.
Joker.
1-2 dragon with flowers there.
9 dots. 7 characters.
All right, let's find out.
6 dots.
There's no way for us to win, so we're not going to call anything. Last tile.
2 characters.
1-2 dragon over there. They held on to the 7. And of course, that was our needed tile. Okay, so over here, 1-2 dragon. Over here, 1-2 3. 1-2 3. 1 suit Kongs. They've got flowers. Risky hold there. And then here, 5-7-9 dragon. 5-7-9 dragon. Everybody wanted, or the 7s were the kicker on this one. All right, let's play one more game. One more game for this live stream. All right, so if we get a joker, we'll play a quint. If no joker, we'll play singles and pairs. Okay, we're going to go for a single and pair hand. So what looks good? Consecutive run. 3 or maybe 3-6-9 dragon. Consecutive quint or single and pair hand second from the bottom, or maybe 3-6-9. 3-6-9. We might as well keep the dragon. So 1 east with a 7 can go. So we've already been here once already. We played a 3-6-9, tried this 3-6-9 dragon hand. So we'll give it a go again. Here's 1-4. So that consecutive hand is looking pretty good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. It's getting a bit tight there. 3. All right, let's let the dragon go. I'm thinking the consecutive hand, consecutive dots. We need dots. And as far as a hand to switch to, if we get a joker, we can maybe switch to the second quint. 2 through 5. Leverage the 4. We'll see. Darn it. Okay, Riley got a double dinner. Shoot. Oh, let's just hope he doesn't puke. Oh, sorry. I probably should not have. Filter, Michelle. Filter. Filters are good. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, somebody stopped the Charleston to the left. Okay. Well, that kind of puts the kibosh on things. They want 2. We can do 2. Oh, shoot. Okay. Come on now. We both fed Riley. I tried, I was going to mute myself and tell him that I already fed him, but I got distracted and focused on the game, which I should be doing anyway, but darn it. All right. So we're going to try for the consecutive pair hand. We got a keeper. Okay. So now 3 through 9.
East wind.
Okay. So we have a gap. We need an 8 dot in here. 8 dot.
9 characters.
There are a couple of hands you can easily switch to playing this particular hand, because there are 4 1-suit hands in consecutive run and the quint. So under consecutive run, hand 1, 3, 5, and the concealed hand.
9 bamboos.
Those are all good switchable hands. Okay, so we got a
5
joker.
characters.
So now we switch to a quint. So we're going to try
8
2 through 5, which is really
North
super
wind.
weak. We need a 2 dot in here.
4 characters.
We need a 2 dot and a pair, no less. So
North
we're just
wind.
gonna keep the joker there for a bit and see.
Green
We might
dragon.
still be able to play this pair hand. I
Green
would throw
dragon.
away one joker, but not two.
2 dots.
There goes a 2 dot. Here's a 9 dot. Let's let the 3 bam go. I think what I would do
bamboos.
here is switch to 579 dragon. Excuse
6
me,
characters.
because we have a pung of 9s in there. 579 dragon.
Red dragon.
579 dragon. That's the
Red dragon.
fourth hand down. Yeah, we don't need that.
Characters.
Fourth hand down under odds. That's a tough hand
Flower.
though, because we need there's stinking 3 pairs in there. That is a
2
hard.
characters.
That is a hard hand. We have
East
a
wind.
single 7, single dragon, and a single flower.
Green dragon.
I think I'd rather play 1 through 5 or 2 through
7
5
characters.
quint. So we're not ready to
2
call
characters.
anything right now. We're just going to stay put and gather.
3 bamboos.
We are gather mode at the moment. We're going to be an underdog on this one. We don't even know what hand
7
we're playing yet.
characters.
8 characters.
We could do 3, 4, 5, 6 pung kong in one
2
suit.
dots.
There goes the second 2 dot. I would probably not go for that quint. Second hand down.
White dragon.
I'd probably play 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pass.
8 characters.
9 dot pung. 9 dot pung.
4 bamboos.
Yikes.
Red dragon.
Okay, we need some deciding tiles here.
South wind.
65 tile. Oh, 7 dot. Okay. All right, so let's let the 1 dot go. We did
1
have in
dot.
here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9,
9
but
characters.
now that we have that pair, I think we could try for 5, 7, 9
3 dots.
and leverage that pung. Leverage the pung of 9s and Kong if it goes down.
South wind.
Oops.
5 bamboos.
So I was trying to move this 3 over. Okay, 5, 7, 9 dragon.
9 characters.
So we have 2 weaknesses, the white dragon and the flower.
9 bamboos.
If the 9 dot goes down, we can Kong.
3 dots.
Okay, we'll pass.
South wind.
3. Oh my gosh, part of me still wants to play the pair hand.
Green dragon.
Oh, shoot, we need an 8 dot in here.
West
3, 4,
wind.
5, 6, 7, 9. If we get an 8 dot, we could still make the pair
8
hand work.
dots.
There it goes. The 8 dot just went down.
6 bamboos.
6 dots.
Oh, no, no, no. Okay. 5, 7, 9 dragon.
2 dots.
Oh.
West wind.
Oh, we got the, oh my goodness. Okay.
3 dots.
We got the dragon. It's looking good. That was a
9 dots.
big switch. Okay, let's Kong. I'd say we just jumped up to front runner now.
6 dots.
We have 1 weakness, flower, but there are 8. And right now, none are out. We need
8
1 good
bamboos.
pick and we'll be set. We need a little help with our 5 dot. We have 2
Red
weaknesses,
dragon.
really. That 5 dot, we need to Kong that. So that's a weakness.
7
So at the moment, we have
characters.
2 weaknesses. But if we we
9
draw a
bamboos.
5 dot or a joker, we could Kong there and be ready on a flower, which is not ideal.
5 dots.
Oh, there. Oh, shoot. There it goes. Darn it. And there's a hesitation too. Somebody else has a 5 dot.
9 bamboos.
We might even see it in a discard here.
7 dots.
Okay, we're okay at the moment.
7
5 dot. Okay, we're in
characters.
the end game now. No 4 dots are out. I should have
1
thrown
character.
this a while ago, but I was so excited about getting that white dragon.
1 dot.
Okay, so we're going to throw the 4 dot next. We don't want to hold on to that
8
for much
dots.
longer. We're going to throw it now.
4 dots.
That tile has not been tossed yet. Take it with a joker. Shoot.
6 bamboos.
Somebody has it and they didn't take it. Darn. All right, so we need a flower
West wind.
and we need a 5 dot or a joker.
Flower.
Okay, we'll pass, of course. We got the flower. Nice.
4 dots.
All right, now we can rest and we just need a little help with our 5 dot. We've got the hard part done, the pairs. The pairs are in hand. So we have 1 discard and 30 tiles left. So that means that we have 8 more picks
2 bamboos.
and 1 discard. If we need to draw a 5 dot or a joker.
6 dots.
Okay, 2 crack, 2 are out. No 1 bams are out.
1 bamboo.
One bamboo.
North wind.
Okay, we need a good pick. We need a 5 dot or a joker from that wall.
North wind.
1 dot. Let's throw the 2.
2 characters.
Okay, 1 dot, 2 are out. And 1 was thrown
5
recently
characters.
on the edge. If at Mahjong Time, if the tiles are on the edge, the outer ring, that means it was a recent discard. Like
8
within,
characters.
let's say, well, we're kind of in the late stage of the game, so
2
probably
dots.
maybe 5 picks.
2 bamboos.
That has not been thrown yet.
South wind.
Okay, so now we're down to
7
4
bamboos.
picks. 4 picks left.
Kong.
Okay, now that is that locked in?
2
Yes.
bamboos.
All right, come on now. Ooh, flower. We don't want to hold that if we're playing to
Flower.
win. That's a little risky.
1 bamboo.
Okay, so three flowers are out and we have 2.
1 bamboo.
So that's 5.
1 dot.
Pass. 3 dot. 3 are out. 1 dot, 3 are out.
3 dots.
2 bamboos.
All right,
One
one
character.
discard and 3 picks left.
Pond.
Oh, darn it. We got
White dragon.
skipped, so we get 2 picks now.
8 bamboos.
All right, we need that 5 dot or a joker from the wall here.
8 bamboos.
5 dot or a joker. Joker keeper. 6 bam. 2 are out.
6 bamboos.
That was a little bit risky to do that. Oh, somebody won. All right, 1 3 3 5. Handle least resistance. Pung kong right here. Okay, over here, like numbers with 4s and flowers. They couldn't get flowers, or maybe they were playing 4 8 4 4 8. They were playing addition 4 4 8 probably with an option for like numbers. And then here, 5 6 7 mixed suit Kongs. They had our 5 dot. Ah, darn. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this live stream focused on big hands, playing big hands. So I think having that guideline of playing big hands just as a strategy is risky. But if you approach it with guidelines in mind and monitor milestones to help you make a decision on when to switch, that's the key. So the guidelines are, if you start with a joker, play a quint. If you have no jokers, play singles and pairs. If you're playing singles and pairs and you draw a joker, switch to a quint. Always have a plan B, and then look for the milestones. After the Charleston, assess your position. That would be the first milestone. If you have more than 4 discards, you're an underdog. If you have 4 discards, you're a contender. If you have less than 4, you are a front runner. And adjust your risk, your level of risk based on your position. Your level of risk is relative to your position. So if you're a front runner, low risk approach. If you are a contender, moderate risk. And if you're a front runner, risks be damned. Well, sorry for the curse word there. Okay, so next, at 70 tiles, assess your position. If you're still an underdog, then continue low risk approach and switch to plan B. Try to switch to either, if you're playing a single and pair hand, you draw a joker, switch to a quint, or maybe a plan B from a quint to a regular hand. At 70 tiles, you still have time to play a standard hand and win. And if you are a contender, you're still at a contender at 70 tiles remaining, and you're still playing a single and pair hand and it's dwindling, switch to, bump down to an underdog and switch your hand to plan B. Switch to plan B, either if you're an underdog or a contender at 70 tiles. Then when you're at 40 tiles remaining, assess your position. If you're an underdog, switch to defense. If you are a contender, look for your tiles out there, try to play to win if you have potential to win. Otherwise, if you are a front runner, push. And I think the bottom line is temper your expectations. Win big, win little, win little, win big. If you want to know more about all that, watch the presentation at the beginning of this repost and let me know what you think about all these guidelines. And if you decide to apply them, let me know how it goes for you, especially if you play competitively. If you play in tournaments, this will be very helpful to you, I think. You'll have to give me feedback. Let me know. All right. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing about my channel with your friends. The better we play, the more fun we have. Everybody. That goes around to everybody. So moderators, thank you so much for helping monitor chat. Does anybody have any questions? If not, I'll go ahead and sign off. All right. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.